Sorry about that. But yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to today's After School Club, part of DoSpace Omaha group. If you never heard it before, I went to DoSpace.org, and at the top there's a little tab that says After School Club. I clicked on it, and here you'll see the different themes. Today we're finally creating our robot. For the past 4 weeks, we worked in Tinkercad and learned how to design a few things before we can make our finished product. But if you missed previous weeks, you can always go here and look at our activities archive and click through here to view some videos we have recorded here. So I'm just going to close this for now. Here's Tinkercad. If you are watching us from Facebook or Twitch, you can always type in chat and I'll be happy to reply to you. I can see everything what you say from both platforms. Yeah, here we are, Tinkercad. Again, I kind of taught how to use this on the first week, so I might be doing a little few things too fast. But I'm just going to click sign in. I signed in with Google. I'm going to show a picture. So, past few weeks we brainstormed some ideas for different robots with single functions. Some people joined us, came up with an entertaining robot, a robot that prints money, and such. Here I got like a robot that can switch things just by, hitting the switch and stuff. But one person said, why don't you just make the light switch itself a robot? So that's what I'm doing. After that, I went to Illustrator. You don't have to use Illustrator, but on pen and paper and such, we designed a blueprint of our robot. This is it right here. That's the front. There's the switch part, ears, a little speaker to listen to things and such. Of course, it's not going to be a working robot. It's just, like a little figure that we're going to 3D print. If you want to make a working LearnSats robot, you can always try that. Search the internet, learn how to make a light switch first, and then learn how to make little automated buttons that push on things and stuff like that. Okay, so let's get started here. I'm in Tinkercad, just going to create a new design. I'm going to rename it up here, light switch robot. Yeah. And then I need it at the grid. That's this giant blue thing here. So I'm going to click on Edit Grid and put it in inches. Then I have to go over here, try to remember the size of this. And grab this. Nope, this. It is. That is weird. I wonder it's because I did something here. What did I do? Like that part. Oh, right, I made it a little bit bigger to go over the cover. That's right. Okay, so I'm just going to round this down to 2.90. Here's the sizes over here I'm going by. That's why I said, like, from previous week, just grab pen and paper or pencil paper and size it out with rulers and such. But I'm just going to round these down. So the width is going to be 2.9 and the height would be 4.8 inches. So now I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to make this, since it was around 5, I'm just going to make it 8 inches. Come on. 8 inches, 8 inches. I know it's like a little bit less, but I want it to be exact inches. There we go. I'm going to play in here. And now I'm going to grab a box, bring it in. There we go. And then I'm going to change its size. If I click on this lower right square right here, there we go. I get size, so it's 1 inch by 1 inch right now. So I said the height is going to be 4.8. And I mean length. So I'm going to make it flat, so I'm going to be this way first. So right here, 4.8 inches. There we go. Move it over. I'm just using my mouse to rotate around quickly. Again, if you want to chat and hang out, you can always chat on our message stream chat with Facebook and Twitch. You guys can hang out. Okay, now I need to change the height here. Not the height, the width. And that was 2.9. There we go. And now the height, which is based off of this right here. which would be the width 0.6 inches. So I'm going to click on this top right here and put 0.6 because I made it a little bit bigger than the light cover, so it goes like on top of it or something, you know, just like a decoration. Pretend it's a working robot. Okay, so I'm going to round out the little edges here, make it a little bit more, you know, attractive. Instead of pointy edges that could hurt us and stab us, I am going to, there's a thing right here called radius. I'm just going to bring it up a little bit, and you see how it gets really smooth and not. But if I go too far, it kind of flattens out. So I just want to add a tiny little bit of smoothness. There you go. Just ever so tiny. Of course, I can change the amount of how smooth it is. I'm going to bring about that. And I look at above. It's got round edges now. Okay. Now if I look back over here, I kind of need to make a hole in the back and then a hole in the middle right here. So I'm going to measure these out now. I'm just doing the light switch part first. Let me make sure I got that right. That is 0.8 and then 2.7. 0.8 and 2.7. So I'm grabbing this box here. This can cut things out. And here we go. It was 0.8 and 2.7. There we go. And I do need to cut this all the way through. Here we go. And I need to get this as the center as possible. Tinkercad is kind of a simplified program here, so I can't do a thing where I'm like, get this in the center of this. No, can't. But I am going to move this all the way to the upper right here. So I have a line on the grid. There we go. That way I can get it more centered. Move this about, so I got one less square on the side right here. So I'll move this a little bit more. I'm going to get rid of, bring snapping down a little bit more. But bring this in about there. It's about a whole square off. There you go. Okay, bring it back to 1/8 snap. Again, you can always watch videos from previous weeks to hopefully catch up on this here. Okay, I'm going to grab a top view right here and bring it down a little bit. Undo. Here's my eyeball thing. There are times I literally just touch the screen. It's a little too low. Oh, nope, nope. There we go. Again, it's kind of dumb that I do this. I need to change, but it helps me out. Just kind of eyeballing it. That goes there. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep, okay. I'm gonna cut this through. I'm gonna make this a lot taller. Bring it down so it cuts all the way through. There you go. So I'm selecting both and then clicking on this group tool. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, you can see it on the screen. Okay, good. I'm gonna just, select this right here, cut. And there's a hole right there. Good to go. Now, I'm gonna make the big cut for the back. You see this right here? Just a thing to go over. So, I'm actually gonna undo something here. Grab this. There we go. I duplicated. And cut a hole. And this, I'm gonna make a tiny little bit smaller. Probably I'm gonna go 1/8 inch smaller. No, let's do, yeah, 1/8 inch smaller. Oops. And over here. Here we go. Turn this to a hole. You can always turn things into holes by clicking these little solid shapes right over here. And bring this all the way over here. Now look from below. Or I can just do them from the top and just flip it over. I think that's what I'll do. Okay, so it's not centered right now. It's not going to be centered because of the snap. I just turn off snap on the edge here. Here you go. So this is kind of complicated. That's okay. You don't have to cut holes. You can make your robots with just a bunch of cubes if you want. Just take practice, you know, trying different shapes, putting together. Because I can literally just make a robot just by putting a cube here, bringing it up, cube here for its body, make it wider, taller, bring it up, and it's part of a robot, and just, you know, just kind of put together here. See, I'm just kind of making a simple robot right here. If what I'm doing is too complicated, you can always do something like this. Yeah. Here, it's got arms. Yeah, and you just kind of work your way like that. There we go. Okay. That's about even all the way around, but I'm going to shrink this down. Maybe one more size. I'm just going to go top. And there's like a cube right here you can click on and move around. And turn snap off. Okay. Let's zoom in here. So I'm just going to move this over, grab both, group, and there's a cut. And you can see from one side it was too thin, so I'm going to undo that. Bring it over a tiny little bit, maybe 1/64 of an inch. There we go. And then make it taller. Bring it down, look on the other side, making sure I'm not going through. I am going through a little bit here. See me going through that much right there. See these lines cutting through? Let's just know how deep we are cutting. There we go. And group. Got that. Looking at it. Yep, that's about right. Now I'm going to rotate this. Boop. Add that thing from the top. There we go. There's the first part of my light switch. So got a cut right here. And if I look at my sketch right over here, you need to make that thing right here. Run the little light switch to the flicker on and off. Okay, so I could use 2 wedges. Kind of think about a shape that will work the best with that. And I usually kind of like bent, you know, a little bit. Some light switches are, some of them are just like that little thing you just flick on and off. I could just use this right here. Just flatten it out. So the size of that, click on this, it is 2.5 So 2.5. Oh, I got it backwards. This side is 0.6. And then that side is 2.5, right? 2.5, that is not the way I wanted. Actually, yeah, it kind of is. And then bring this down about right here. Then I'm gonna grab a cube. There we go. Kind of do the same thing here. 2.5, 0.6. Rotate it. Bring it right on top right here. I don't want to make it too tall, so I'm going to bring it down 0.5. That's actually almost about that size. So I'm going to do 0.25. Yep, that's better. And then I'm going to grab that, make it a hole. Select these two, make a hole. Oh, looks like I was slightly off. I'm going to grab both of these, not that, and just rotate them. There we go. Just going to grab this. I am going to make that part wider. Nope, not. I'm going to keep this part 0.6, not 0.6. That's not the part. Is that the part I care about? That's the part I care about. What was it? 2.5. Just kind of making sure it's at the center right here. Yep. And group. There we go. There's my little light switch. Bring it over here. Hit the F key to focus. Okay, if you want to hang out and chat, you can let me know. Okay, since I'm 3D printing this, I could make this workable, but I'm gonna have it attached together because it's just kind of like a decoration. So I will have to make this a little bit bigger. Not that much. There we go. You need to grab the left side here. Make sure it's centered. Here we go. I'm just gonna. Do you have to rotate it a little bit? So like one side's flat. Unless I'm snapping between greaves and I don't want that. Here we go. A 10. No, looks like I wanted to change it by 5. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit better. Bring it up a little bit, go it down. I kind of do want it less than that. So let's make it 5 degrees. No, that's not what I want. Come on. Actually, I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna get it's decoration. I'll just keep both it up. Okay. Bring this wide. I could have, fiddled rotation there, but it wasn't being my friend. It wasn't nice to me. I just had another idea, so I'm just going to put that out for now. Bring this in. I'm just going to flatten it a bit. Here we go. Bring this up over here. Go over a little bit. Bring this over here. Here. There we go. So I'm just making an indent here. About like that. I'm bringing this over here. And then I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Gotta go top. Top view again. Just gotta move it over a little. Top view. There we go. Look at different sides. A little too thin. So just gonna make it a little bit wider. There we go. Okay. So I got most of my light switch functions going. Again, if you wanna message us on Facebook or Twitch, you can, on chat. You can ask questions or just hang out and talk. Okay, so I got that part. Now I'm going to do the ears because the ears look pretty easy. We're going to do the difficult part and add this little speaker grid right here. I'm going to do the eyes. Okay, so the eyes are going to be pretty easy here. Just gonna grab, I'm not gonna do a full sphere. What I like, I don't know, maybe I can just grab a cube, bring the radius all the way up. That's the same thing. I'm gonna grab a half sphere. There we go. Bring it up. Oops. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna grab all of this and group it. Looking under just in case I have like an eye over there. Now my idea is to have these light bulbs, eyes, as like transparent, but you don't really have any transparent 3D filament. And I don't want to make this dual color, so I'm just gonna keep it as that. But I do want to make it somehow. I am gonna cut into it, maybe. Maybe I can bring it all of you. Nah, I'll just keep it as this. There. Just gonna pretend it's kind of a light bulb eye. Here we go. Here's one eye. And I'm gonna duplicate it, bring it about right here. There we go. There we go. Got my little eyes now. There you go. So we're done with the complicated. We really are done with the complicated, so besides that little grid. And we just got simple shapes left to go. I'm gonna grab a cone. Not a cone, a cylinder. Here we go. Make it kind of thin and tall. But I want to, don't make it too thin where it breaks off from 3D printing. And grab an orb, a sphere, and then put this on top. And top. Focus. There we go. And bring it about there. Make it a little bit bigger. Bring it down. And bring it over. Looking all at all the sides, making it sure it's centered. Bring it up a little bit more. There we go. Group it. And now I'm going to rotate it this way. These are like the little antennas right here. See it? I'm at the top. My daughter's loving this. Awesome, Amy. Awesome. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Tinkercad is free. So you can always like just go enter tinkercad.com and make your own robots there. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah. they can like come up with like a robot. The original project for this was like a robot with a like singular function. This one's just turn the light on and off. My idea of this was because, you know, I sometimes it's dark at night and I forgot to turn off the light, so making a robot to turn off the light for me here. Of course, it's not fully functional. Just kind of coming up with an idea how to design this. There you go. Maybe I should make this longer. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to ungroup this. I'm gonna grab this button right here to ungroup it. Click. There you go. Make it taller. Grab both again. And click on the group button right here. And just using a mouse to quickly rotate around. Bring it in. There we go. Make sure it's in the middle here. Now here's the fun part, is making the opposite side of this. So I'm usually holding the Alt key down to duplicate this, but I'm just gonna click on this right here, duplicate, repeat. Bring it over, and then I'm gonna have to rotate it. There we go. Well, except for this is a little bit more rotated. Yeah. It's kind of one of those things I'm like eyeballing. I'm like, is this what I want it? Just kind of bring it around. Is it 45 degrees? I'm gonna delete this one and then make a duplicate of that. I just hit the delete key to duplicate it. There we go. But now that's even more. You know, I'm gonna do like the little derpy thing, you know? You know how robots are even cuter? They got like some derpiness to it, you know, and they're more human-like. So I'm just gonna make one like straight up. And I'm also kind of doing this because I don't want to figure out the rotation exactly. Yeah, and I have like one kind of coming out a little bit more, and then this one is gonna go on the side a little bit more, bring it in. There we go. So it's got like little antennas that are just kind of off-centered here. Oops, I rotated too fast there. I group it. And just click this button all the way up here to group it. There we go. Okay, got my antennas done. Okay, now I'm gonna do the ears. Unless someone else has a suggestion for a different part for me to try right now. But yeah, I'm gonna do the ears now, right here. So I got the eyes. Oh, wait, the eyes are oblong. I have to fix the eyes real quick. So I'm gonna bring it in like that, make it taller. There we go. Bring it about right here. I want to put the eyes right here. I could put them right here. I don't have to follow my blueprint exactly that I put together. I can like, I don't know, I'm gonna make it a little bit more like this. And then duplicate, bring it over. There we go. Okay, now the ears. So I'm just gonna make it with cubes. Just bringing it down, keep it really simple. And then duplicate it, bring that up a little, move it over here. Oh, make it a little bit smaller. And then I'm gonna click on this hole right here. There we go. Let's make it even smaller. Oops. Shorter. Right here. And, oh, nope, that one. Click on top to see the top view. Okay, now I'm selecting both by holding left click down, dragging out, and then click group at the top. There we go, got an ear. I'm gonna bring it up a little bit so it's kind of listening for us to say, hey, turn off the light for us. And then holding Alt to duplicate it. Grab this little rotate thing, bring it all the way around. There we go. Click on the top view. There we go. And I could give it one side a longer ear if I wanted to. Oh. I can also, if I want to give it an earring or something, I can literally just grab like an orb or something shrink it down and add it right here for like little earrings. See? I'm gonna go without the earrings. Okay, now for the hardest part. It's the last part, the hardest part. This grid right here for like a little speaker, you know, like it talks out of. Listens to our command with its ears. A little speaker saying like, yes, we'll turn off light, person. Okay, so I want to grab something kind of rounded. I'm gonna go click on all, see all the shapes we have here. Oh, that's pages and pages of stuff. Main connector. So there's actually lots of options here. Awesome. Thank you, Amy. Okay, just trying to find something that's kind of, I guess I have to go with one of these. I was hoping maybe a half cylinder. It's kind of like a rounded cube. I'll just try a cube. So it's kind of like a rounded cube. Here's the part with radius right here. Just gonna make it super rounded. There we go. And kind of flat. I'm gonna change its color temporarily. Again, when we 3D print this, it won't be today, but I'll show the finished product next week. But when we 3D print this, this is all gonna be one color. We're just using different colors to help us tell the difference between different objects here. There we go. So that's where the speaker would be. And now I have to cut a bunch of little holes in it. I'm just grabbing a cylinder, dragging it in. Get it in. There we go. I'm going to cheat a little bit. In my design, I have a bunch of tiny little circles. I'm just going to make the circles bigger. Bring it over to here. Maybe not. It depends how much time I want to spend on this. There you go. Okay. So before I do that, I just realized I need to make it like hollow. So I'm going to duplicate that, bring it down, turn it to a hole, shrink it a little bit. Hopefully I'm centered. I am not centered. There we go. Right there. Grab both. Group. There we go. Okay. Now I'm gonna bring this. I'm gonna grab a cube. Turn it to a hole. Because I kind of want this flatter. About there. There you go. Grab both. And group. Oh, look at that. I missed a little bit right there. I have to undo that. I just hit Control Z to undo. You can also click this little back arrow all the way at the top right here to undo. And if you're working with a touchscreen, because you can work in Tinkercad with a tablet. Nope, did it again. I'm just gonna make this longer. There we go. Grab both, group, and there we go. Okay, now to make those holes. Okay. Bring that down. This is our last step, and then we're done. Oh, I also have to show you guys how to make a file for 3D printing. Where you just download it. That right there. Yeah, I'll make it smaller. Oh, I made a duplicate too many times. Okay, a little bit smaller. Good, it's cutting through. I'm just holding the Alt key, but I always can grab this button right here to duplicate it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oops. 4. No. Just grabbing all of them so I can duplicate them this way. So that's a total of 8 now. And then 12. Just gonna grab all of these. Oops, not that part. And group them. I'm gonna look from the top view. I could just click on this cube right here to change the size. Oh, sunglasses and heart. Love it. Thank you. Go whole, grab both, group. There we go, we got a little speaker thing now. Where like maybe I'll have a speaker behind here and it can talk to us. And there we go. There's our little light switch robot. I'm gonna select all of it now. This is now the part for getting it ready for 3D printing. So I need to make this all one object. Right now this is technically multiple objects. So I can drag these out and it's just a bunch of different objects. I need it together as one object. So when I send it to a 3D printer, it doesn't like print these all separately. So I'm just gonna select it all. I just left click and drag out and do that thing I did earlier with grouping. Just click group. It's all gonna change. Oh, it didn't change to one color. There it goes. That's all one color. So this is how it's gonna look when I 3D print it. We have purple on our 3D printer right now, so this is going to come out purple. And right now it's actually upside down. Right there it says workspace. So I'm going to rotate it here, bring it over, bring it to the top. You got to bring it to the center in here. There we go. So there's my little light switch robot. I'm just going to rotate around so you guys can see the details. I'm going to ungroup it, because these eyes come out a little too much. Bring it down. But at the same time, I kind of like how to read it. So I'm just gonna, oops, that's not what I wanted. There we go. I'll grab this part, bring it down. There we go. So it's still the same size. And group. I'm just kind of rotating around to see how it looks. Yeah, it looks good. Here's my little light switch robot, and it has a hole in the back where I can put it right over the light switch, although these things might get in the way. It's still got room. I don't have to make it too perfect. There you go. And if you want to get this ready for 3D printing, all I have to do is go all the way to the upper right here, click export, and then I click .scl. It says for 3D print. These are the different files you can use for 3D printing. I can also just directly connect to a 3D printer, but I'm just going to click .scl because I'm going to take that and email it to myself or put it on a flash drive. So I'm going to go to a 3D printer and you can just drag that file on and get it ready for 3D printing. So I just click .scl. There it is. It downloaded. And there you go. That's how it looks when you just open the file. Yeah, and that is it for today. We just finished making our little robots. We learned design from the past weeks, how to design our little inventions. And next week, we're going to start a new little mini series with world building character design, where we're going to learn how to design our own worlds for like stories and stuff, and design characters for it, and maybe draw characters at the end. But otherwise, that is it for today. Thank you very much. You can always watch past recordings at dospace.org/afterschool, or just go to dospace.org, click After School Club, and watch past archives. We did video game development earlier. Yeah, and next thing is world building. Yeah, nice. Amy says nice. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm going to 3D print this and show it off next week when we start world building. Otherwise, have a good afternoon, everyone. Bye-bye.